The next speaker is, I think, a former president of Estonia, and she's going to talk to us about science in Estonia in the beginning of so far in this century. Madam President.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, to increase my role. I am never been the president of Estonia, but thank you very much. I think I have everything before me. Okay, Madam President, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. At first, I would like to thank Dr. Grabs Amara for this invitation to come here and to give a talk. It was very interesting for me because, yes, I have learned the planetary things, but it was undergraduate course in Moscow University. And this was the time, it was late 60s, beginning on 70, when, sorry to say you, when the planetary astronomy was not very exciting for all of us. We were crazy about the possibility of X-ray astronomy, gamma astronomy, new discoveries, X-ray bursters, neutron stars, black holes, gamma ray, burst mystery, and everything. This was so exciting that we called it also, Mr. Chair, the golden age in our own field. And I am really very happy that now you have this golden age. And please remember, this golden age does not be very long, because after 10 years, you are thinking this. Yes, it was, but now we need to work very hard to find more secret from the nature. Very beginning, it is very interesting, very, very exciting, but after that is a lot of hard work. But this is great. You are living in the great time. Please remember this. And this time, Estonian researchers, when I was in Moscow, because Moscow this time was the best place in Soviet Union, which gathers together very lot of young people all around Soviet Union. You know, the Soviet Union, he was never open country, and we have our some central places where the very intensive research were going on. It was Moscow, it was also St. Petersburg, this time Leningrad, but and there was the really very interesting time for us who tried to understand all these mysteries which we can observe. Sometimes it took terribly long time. If you remember, for example, now sorry to say, for example, gamma ray burst was first discovered in 1969, and always it took 30 years to understand what is going on. That means you must also be very patient. If you don't understand at the very beginning, don't think that you need to work very hard, sometimes feeling that, okay, it is impossible because it is something we can understand at all. But this was time very exciting. This time our Estonian astronomers from Tartu University and Institute of Physics were also the part of Soviet space program, building different scientific instruments and working, which was working on the Soviet satellites and also the space station Mir. But you can understand something has happened beginning of 1991. It was the greatest, how it was, geopolitical catastrophe. That is called by Minister Putin. I don't understand why. Because to help this catastrophe, he became the president of the very large country. For him, it was the greatest happiness, in my opinion. But for small Baltic countries, Baltic sisters, as I call Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, it was, of course, time to receive independence. And we were very happy because we really dreamed about this long time. But as always, as I told, after Golden Age, you have the time for hard work. And to start a completely new time in research, that means we need to reorganize our research system, because there is one thing to be the part of large country. No, right, United States, like the USSR, Soviet Union, but another part to be small country. In Estonia, we have only 1.2 million people. And of course, the Soviet research system, we could not use it in our Estonian life. Time was really hard because we need to decrease the people who were in research, especially in the hard sciences. As example, we can say, for example, in Tartu Observatory this time was working more than 200 people. Nowadays, it is about 19. And also there was reorganization among our research institute, which Soviet time belongs to the Soviet Academy of Sciences and also the universities. And we put all research institute into the university system. Yes, you are a large and rich country. You can use the money to keep up two system. And I think it is very good. But for a small country, it is impossible. This time, I already returned back to Estonia, and I was asked to take a chair of astrophysics in Tartu University. And it was interesting time. It was so interesting for me also because first time I felt myself, I am not anymore a slave. I am a free person. Many of us don't understand it because, for example, I have Soviet time invitation to be part of some conference outside the Soviet Union. Some good people told me, no, not as scientist. As scientist I can go, but you are not right person. And almost 9 years, I was the person who was not allowed to visit any capitalist country, including the Poland also, because this time it was also a very bad country. You can understand, research community, it is not only one country, it is whole, and it is very nice. But this time I was really very, very happy. But happiness was one thing. Another thing also, I have the responsibility for the Estonian research. And I was, this time, I chaired the Estonian Science Foundation, which we created also beginning of 90s. And I understood that it is very difficult to change something if you are outside. And in 2003, I decided to go to politics because I was very unsatisfied about the governmental policy of research. And as I told already, I have realized that outside, to change something, to tell them something, it is extremely hard. And I was a little bit crazy when I decided to go inside and try to do my best to change something. I was elected to parliament, but in my great surprise several weeks ago, they decided to elect me to be the Speaker of Parliament. This was real shock. I never been inside the Parliament, I never been the politician, and now to be the Speaker. And it was right before when Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania joined the EU and also the NATO. This was hard time to learn very quickly everything. But, you see, scientists can learn very quickly, because if they are not learning, they cannot be scientists. It is learning all the time. If you stop, you are dead. Sorry, dead not in such way, but you are really dead. So, in 2006, we decided to create so-called Space Policy Working Group. We have the very, very important dream that to rejoin to the space community for Estonian astronomers. And we were working we have a very strong team working together, but also there was one thing why my position was very good. As Speaker of Parliament, I had very easy access to Prime Minister, the ministers and other people. When I asked them to have the meeting, it happened almost the same day or maybe the day later. Sorry. And my first task was to meet the Minister of Economy. And I tried to assure him that it's very important to Estonia to become the member of European Space Agency. That means that our young people will have the access all space activities. And I can say that he was not very excited. I can understand very easily why not, because it was quite strange things and for politicians not very profitable. And but I did not care. I continued my attack in different way, and I have the happiness that the advisor of our minister was very clever, doctor of economy, who understood very quickly that it is a great idea. That means that our young boys and girls can work, for example, in building the satellites, and they will be eager to go to the high-tech region. But it happened. 2006, we started our work. And 2013, our boys and girls, headed by Dr. Norma, he is here, please stand up. Mart, okay. They launched the first Estonian CubeSat EstCube-1 on the board of ESA Vega 1. It was great success, I think. But if you return back to 2003, government was not happy about these things. And, but there was one bad thing. First one, I was this time already member of Estonian Academy of Sciences. The second time, I was quite well known in my own field. And third, I was Speaker of Parliament. All these three things, they cannot tell me that, no, it is not, you see, go away. Okay. They told, okay, let's start. And we started. And 2007, already we signed a cooperation framework agreement with ESA. Together with ESA, we made a very extensive audit of our Estonian enterprises working, looking for the possibility candidates who can work in the space domain. This number was not very high, but we can understand it could not be very high. But it for the very beginning, it was very, very important. And ESA gave us good support. And they told us honestly that we must understand that we cannot be the great player in the field, in the space, but always there is the place for niche activities. And I fully agree with it. And I think more people who are working in the space, better is, because you cannot never accept that all the greatest brain are living in large countries. You can find it in small one. And this community, if they are working together, they are more stronger. 2010, BEX charters has been signed, and for this moment, government was already involved more seriously because we receive taxpayer money, about 6 million euros for our 27 project. You can understand, we are working very small amounts. We started without no space office, without no money, and this 6 million was already something. It is not large, but we continue the work to improve the situation. And this year, BEX activities have been successfully completed, but 2 years earlier, 2015, Estonia became the full member of ESA. It took only 9 years. I think that we were the most faster doing this job. ESA also was quite surprised, and we were also. And now we are working as full members in ESA. And we know once again, this was only one very small part of our life. We need to continue our hard work for young people, for the people who will do this job later. You see, I was very often asked how it is possible to produce this accession process too quickly. As answer, I was joking that easiest way to do this, to have the professional astrophysics in position of Speaker of Parliament. Then it will work very, very, very quickly. But to be more serious, I think that two things are important. First, a strong team working together. And second, it is important to have some strong political position in Parliament. It is much easier if you have a lobbying group, scientists, let's have the different political views, but they who love the science inside the Parliament, you can do things quicker. It is my opinion, and I think that is right. But to finish my talk, I should like to congratulate the parliamentary researchers this wonderful time once again. You have the wonderful time. Please remember this. It is so exciting, and I can see sitting around so many, sorry to say, were elder people, so many young people. That means that you are really on the up curve. This was the same when we started our research in X-ray, gamma-ray astronomy. And I think this is really, before us, I wrote already that it's golden time for you. So, thank you very much. I hope that I have gave something how it is possibility to build up, to be member in ISA without being the large country, very rich country, and being small one. But I think the small countries can do also the things. Thank you.